Welcome to Crypto Info, blockchain made easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. This morning we are covering the Clarity Act. Welcome in, tap like and subscribe if you don't mind. Helps out a great deal on the channel. I know you know that, so please tap that if you don't mind. Also check out Caleb and Brown link down below. Very, very crucial for your cryptocurrency, potentially for cryptocurrency cash out this bull run. No, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am a contractor turned financial acumen about 6 years ago. So do not buy or sell anything because of what I say or do. You must consult your registered investment advisor because crypto is very risky and you could lose your shirt in crypto and your pants, your shirts, your socks, your glasses, everything in crypto. So be very careful and be very careful to pay attention to the truth of crypto and don't listen to the nonsense and the FUD of crypto, fear, uncertainty, and doubt of crypto. Not necessary. Keep your head screwed on straight. Check us out. We're a great one to watch. I have no problem saying that. That is not ego. That is an accurate statement. I have seen enough channels, which are fantastic. There are loads of them. And we love them all. And where we come from here on the channel is that we do the best we can and just kind of lay it out for you like we're going to do right now with the Clarity Act. So you have the Genius Act and we have the Clarity Act both. Both of them, are integral pieces of this future blockchain interface with our real world. So here we go. We're going to get into the big picture here of this whole thing and describe and explain to you what the Genius and Clarity Act are, where they are right now, how they both are very crucial to the adoption and interface or integration of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology with our current existing structure and world. So here we go. We have the Genius Act first, which I'm sure you guys are aware of. We can consider this as basically the money rule book. Okay, so the Clarity Act, we can look at it as the markets rule book. Okay, we're going to explain the differences between the two. The Genius Act, as you well know, has been passed, the Stablecoin Act. It legally frames U.S. dollar stablecoins, right? Who can issue them? How they must hold their reserves, right? AML or anti-money laundering, KYC, know your customer requirements as well, and also redemption exams, etc. So that's the payments cash that you swipe at checkout or settle cross-border payment with. Enter Ripple's ODL on-demand liquidity solution, of course, settling in 3 to 5 seconds for pennies. Excuse me, in any currency. Currency agnostic, any fiat. Clarity Act, the markets rulebook, again, okay, defines what a digital commodity is. Okay, so who supervises spot trading venues and how SEC and CFTC split tasks so exchanges, brokers, custodians, and issuers can operate lawfully in the U.S., okay, with these things. So that's how people list, trade, custody, and raise capital around non-stable coin tokens, okay? So whereas an asset like XRP and would it likely, okay, if we see, okay, so let's look at this here for a second. If XRP and Ripple's on-demand liquidity solution take center stage here, we could quite possibly see one of the, this is basically would be one of the catalysts, essentially, that would be part of this Cambrian explosion that we're talking about with the cryptocurrency space that's upon us. This is one of the pieces. This is one of the, let's just say one of the switches that will flip. Okay, so let's get deeper into a little more deeply into this now. Now, why both? Okay, so payment rails without market rules, okay, equals basically you can pay, but you can't list or trade much in a federally supervised way, and that would be an issue. And that means large institutional money. That means all the which is the world, which is the above board players that play by regulations. Largely 99.99%. Will be able to play properly now. Market rules without payment rails mean basically that you can list, but settlement money is fuzzy, and banks, of course, are not going to plug in at scale to something like that. Okay, so Together, they do make crypto and crypto money and crypto markets both, okay? Combining now usable for banks, fintechs, the world, okay? Merchants, funds, and everyday people. So, pretty huge stuff. The Genius Act, of course, now let's cover this. Now of course, U.S. laws, we know. The guiding and establishing national innovation for U.S. stablecoins is the long version of that. But anyway, the acronym GENIUS, now public law 11927, signed into law July 18th, 2025. It's the first federal digital asset law focused on payment stablecoins. Okay, so it defines payment stablecoin, who can set it, who can issue it, and establishes federal oversight for it. Okay, so who can issue under the Genius Act? Question. Banks, credit unions, through their existing primary regulators, no less. Okay, federally qualified non-bank issuers can issue under Genius. Licensed and supervised, of course, by the OCC, the Office of Controller of the Currency. Shout out to Brian Brooks, the former. As federal qualified payment stablecoin issuers. Okay, this is the new lanes. This is the new lane that many fintechs are going to use in our future interface or integration with cryptocurrency and the world at large. The existing structure, the existing rails that we use today. Yep. Core obligations in plain English here, guys. Reserves. Fully backed by high quality liquid assets, no rehypothecation of customer funds, redemption, par convertibility 1-to-1, okay, and transparent monthly attestations, very important to show where we are. BSA and AML stablecoin issuers are explicitly under the Bank Secrecy Act, or the BSA. KYC, or Know Your Customer, right? Sanctions, checks, AML programs, anti-money laundering, all that. They have to follow all of these, of course. Exam and supervision. Okay. These are all the folks these are all of the entities that can issue under Genius. Okay. Hey, Silent Giant, welcome in. To the chat, I heard the Clarity Act will not be passed. The Senate is creating a different crypto bill. Have you heard this? No, I haven't, but I'll look into it. Here's what I have. Well, let me get into what I have today. I'll show you what I have for current research, and thanks for bringing that up. And I heard some chatter about that. And by the way, we talked about this from the beginning, and I didn't know, and now they could be doing this. Thanks for giving me a heads up, Silent Giant. I appreciate you. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to run through what I have here, but I will go check that throughout the course of the day today, because what we thought and what we have heard early on is that what they might do is not go ahead and pass the Clarity Act and back her up and include more of what is required for large institutional players to keep their fiduciary, relationships proper and everything, or obligations proper, to their holders, and make sure that, it's written in a way that sets us up for the future, for a better future, and we don't have to go changing it again every freaking 2 seconds. So that's kind of like what we're upon with it. That's my understanding of what they were going to do, was slow it down and stop it and get it rewritten so it's written properly, so it doesn't have to be tweaked every 2 seconds. So maybe they're doing that. You know what I mean? Do I know what you mean? I do. I hope you know what I mean. That's where we're going with this whole thing. I'm going to check today. Thanks for giving me a heads up. They could be doing that. Oh boy. Interesting. We're going to carry on. I don't know. But Treasury and sanctions policy also can issue under Genius. Get proper hooks, reducing shadow risk, and of course, pleasing risk officers by doing so. Merchants and fintechs, as we mentioned, digital cash, they have to understand and use, of course, 1-to-1 with USD, with compliance boxes checked, obviously. Now, on the Clarity Act, the market structure have what it is. Okay, so the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act of 2005, this is HR 3633, which they may be changing, I'm going to have to check this, creates the U.S. market structure for non-stable non-stablecoin digital assets, which is huge for all of us, of course, that are would like to, not a financial advisor, would like to make money on cryptocurrencies. What counts as and see them used in the real world for more applications than just us playing speculative games with them? Not the, you know what I mean. What counts as a digital commodity? How CFTC, or Commodities Future Trading Commission, and SEC divides duties, and how exchanges, brokers, custodians register and operate for spot crypto trading. Okay, the long missing spot market gap that we've been waiting for. It passed the House 294 130 to 134 July 17th, as we know, and is now the Senate Banking Committee. So I heard Emmer on Thinking Crypto, Tony Edward, I think I heard him, and I caught some of it, and I heard Congressman Emmer talking about Congressman Tom Emmer talking about it for a little bit, but I wasn't really listening to what they were saying because it was in the background. So I will check and see what's going on. But the key ideas and clarity, real simple here, guys. A digital commodity, new definition, a digital commodity, okay, for crypto, for digital assets or cryptocurrencies. A digital commodity is a token whose value is intrinsically linked to using a blockchain, not a stock or a bond. Okay, so like a Cardano ADA, a coin. Okay, an XLM on the Stellar network, blah blah blah, Stellar Lumens, excluding securities, derivatives, payment, stablecoins, and certain tokenized financial instruments. Okay, so think basically the token's utility comes from using the actual chain, which is what we've all been looking for with our utility coins now, haven't we? Here comes our day. Our day in the sun is coming, and our price reflectivity of true value is coming for the true value reflection of what an XRP is and some of the others as we see real world utility now. The stage being set. This is setting the stage for real world utility usage of our favorites: XLM, XRP, XDC, IOTA, Algo, blah, 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 blah. All right. Mature blockchain concept, of course. Okay, let's keep this simple. Decentralized criteria and ownership caps, so a network can qualify as a mature, which affects trading, listing, treatment, and so forth. Very crucial. No single party or common control group should be dominating one of these. Okay, so CFTC takes the spot market, creates registered digital commodity exchanges, right? DCEs, brokers, DCBs, and dealers, DCDs, under CFTC, Commodities Future Trading Commission, NFA oversight, capital rules, segregation, and customer assets surveillance, cybersecurity reporting, and all of the like. Okay, this is what brings U.S. regulated spot trading under one roof. Okay, so you guys, kind of technical stuff there. We're going to hit that again because that matters, and I know a lot of you guys think that was too technical and didn't want to listen. The commodity, not in that way, but I did the same. Commodities and Future Trading Commission takes the spot market, okay, creates registered digital commodity exchanges, right? Brokers and dealers under a CFTC NFA oversight. So capital rules, segregation of customer assets, surveillance, cybersecurity, reporting, etc. Okay, all of them bringing U.S. regulated spot trading under one roof and making them turning the ball game on, allowing the ball game to be played now. The SEC keeps primary market investor protection. Now, there's a tailored SEC exemption for fundraising using digital assets, caps, and disclosures, and regulated registration and dual registration options, so existing SEC market participants can offer compliant access. So while avoiding duplicative rules via required SEC CFTC MOU standards. So on-ramp now, full rules later is what we're looking at. Provisional registration to keep platforms operating under guardrails while the CFTC finishes detailed rulemaking. Okay, so BSA and AML is in scope for intermediaries, of course. And while clarity matters for real-world adoption, exchanges and brokers finally get a federal license lane here for spot crypto beyond anti-fraud stuff only. So it literally creates a slot or I hope you guys are getting all this. I really do. I feel like this stuff to some people can be boring. People, why do you listen? Why do you buy crypto? Why do you think crypto's going up? What are you doing? Why would you ever do that? Frank, in my personal world, some people do ask that. Very few now, but some people do still after they've seen Bitcoin make its moves. But some people still ask me, why would you do that, Frank? For Christmas sakes, why are you drinking out of an XRP cup? Why would you do that? Why are you so long? You're really long in XRP. People in my personal life, and you're a smart guy. I've seen this. I've known you for years. Why are you all over XRP like this? Oh, boy. All right, moving forward. Exchanges and brokers finally get, we try to be, throw a smidgen, a sliver of levity when we can. Exchanges and brokers finally get a federal license lane now, guys. Crucial stuff. Custody becomes clearer in institutions, qualified custodians, and segregation happens to matter. This is why clarity matters, the Clarity Act. Issuers and devs get a, now they've been protected a little bit, and I did hear Emmer talking about that, Congressman Emmer, a little bit about that. Let's be respectful, Tank, huh? Congressman Emmer, speak of this a little bit. Issuers and devs get a predictable capital raising path that fits tokens, okay? So, not shoehorn into the 1930s forms. And that's the difference is, again, we have a lane, a new, okay, so digital assets, as we know, are a new fangled animal in the world, right? This blockchain stuff. What is digital money? What are you talking about? Okay, right, so it's relatively new. I mean, you didn't have this stuff in 1920, did you? Or 30s or whatever? 40s? No. 50s, pretty sure there's no digital currency in 50s. Could be 60s, 70s. I don't know. I think we had versions of something like this when computers came about. But I don't think kind of like in the 40s and things we had blockchain technology. Pretty sure that'd be no. So, yeah, we have a new thing, a newfangled animal in the world called the blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. We also have hashtag graph technology and some other things with HBAR. But investors and consumers get surveillance, guys, and capital rules, disclosures, and red dress basically baked into this whole thing. The status right now, here's the deal. I'm going to do some checking, but as far as we know, as far as I'm aware, unless something happened just right away, just recently, House passed July 17th. Clarity, Senate received September 18th, 2025 here, sitting in Senate Banking Committee waiting. Democrat Republican leadership will negotiate it, and we could see between both sides of the aisle with hopefully they can rewrite, I guess, revamp, and do this so quickly and create something that makes sense for a long-term, long-standing future so we don't have to rework this thing or go back with this thing. And we get it into law so that no matter what side of the aisle comes in next time, it doesn't matter whether they love crypto or not. Big smile as I say that. Expect hearings, amendments, and then if passed, a conference process with the House. Okay, so that's what I know as of now. I'll do some checking today. Why are the two halves? Marnie in asking probably a really stupid question, but never any stupid questions. Marnie, welcome into the chat. And by the way, welcome to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. And please go ahead and tap that like and subscribe if you don't mind. And tap that Caleb link down below, because a lot of you folks aren't aware of this. But a lot of these crypto exchanges are going to be crashing. These platforms will be crashing this time around. They crashed last time. And if they don't, I'd be shocked. And if they don't crash, you're still only getting 50,000 a day off of Uphold. Daily withdrawal limit, and you're still only getting 100,000 a day off Coinbase and 250,000 a day off of Coinbase, and it's fine. You've agreed to it, and that's how they play ball. Okay. Let's think about this. Caleb and Brown is a crypto brokerage, and it sources 14 different liquidity providers, and it doesn't cost you anything to sign up with them. It doesn't cost you anything to move your crypto over to their Fireblocks institutional grade custody security. Yes, I said Fireblocks institutional grade custody. That's what's guarding your crypto at Caleb. So you're getting the benefit of, and you're setting sell orders, hopefully, not financial advice. You're setting target orders. So you're ready to sell while you're doing whatever at your job or wherever you are, playing with the kids, you're off, having my thing, you're having an ice cream. Nobody gets ice cream at an ice cream parlor anymore. I used to do it as a kid in the 70s. That's why I'm laughing. That's why I bring it up. So you're getting ice cream at the ice cream parlor over here, and you're enjoying your, and you've got target orders, sell orders set on Caleb, and you're fine. And by the way, if you clear it with your bank and you want to sell literally $750,000 in a transaction or $1.5 million in a transaction, you can with Caleb because they're a broker and there aren't any daily withdrawal limits. What? You mean I can take my crypto when it's cranking and it's up? Yes. Please think about the truth of cryptocurrency and tap our Caleb and Brown link below to learn more about it. That I feel like was a very good sell means it wasn't even a sell. You inform somebody of something that they weren't aware of, perhaps a better option for them, and all of a sudden they bite into it and buy it and want to buy it. And that's the sell. That's you just help somebody. Okay, so salesmen get a bad rap, but please, let's get real, right? That's a good sell. A sell should be, I show you the value, something different that you didn't have, and boom, you're like, thank you. I love you. Thanks for showing me that. And sometimes you pay for it. Turple! Nurple! Welcome in. All right, I tried to say that as excitedly as I possibly could. What a great name, Turple Nurple. And let's see. Probably a really stupid question, but wouldn't a debit card be considered digital money? And we've been using it for years, asks Marty. I'm sorry, Mr. Question Marty. But wouldn't a debit card be considered digital money, and haven't we been using it for years? No, it's a little bit different. Digital money is a digital. It's a good question. Digital is what a lot of folks think. It's a great question. And by the way, I suspect, Marty, that you probably know the answer to this, and you asked that to help people. Nelson, what's up, my brother? Welcome back in. We love you, and thanks for coming back in, dude. And we love you all, by the way. Not in a weird, creepy way. You know that. Thanks for coming in and joining us and spending some time with Frank the Crypto-Teca. And good question, Marty. Probably a really stupid question, and there are no stupid questions, but wouldn't a debit card be considered digital money? And we've been using that for years. Well, all the yes, it is digital money. I would call it digital money in the sense that digital money, at least the definition we've been using for years, is that this digital money is money, but I don't use it like the paper money. It's digital on the computer screen. Yeah, we've been doing that for years. Now, blockchain is different, though. Now, blockchain, what that is doing, of course, and you may know this, and it's a good question. What blockchain is doing is it's taking money and doing it just like that digitally, but with a ledger system that is completely different, a distributed ledger technology that is completely different from just a Bank of America or a JPM or whomever holding it on their computer screen. All these banks have been holding the money on the computer screen. It's been digital, yes, and we've been using a debit card or whatever through our bank and not been using the physical cash and using it as digital money. Correct. But the ledger is different. That, I would say, that is crucially different. There's also many features. There's many, messaging features and abilities and money movement and on-demand liquidity solution and things like this that make it completely different, the usage of digital, what we're saying digital money. So the digital money definition, it's a great question. It's not a stupid question. There are no stupid questions. It's a great question for newbies or old school crypto folk alike. It's a great point to bring up. It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Blockchain is different. Blockchain literally is what we're now going to call digital money. Now, the digital money, the definition actually does change now. Digital money is different now. It is not just living inside of JPM's computer screen, right? It's completely different. Yes, instant settlement as well. Correct. Yep. Yep. Well, near instant settlement. At least not T1, T2, one day, 2 day, which they moved to recently, just which is awesome, a great change, but with some T1, T2 settlement. But yes, RTGS, real-time gross settlement, which is basically instant, 3 to 5 seconds for some of them. The settlement times, incredible stuff. Hey, Marnie, nice points. Thanks for pointing them out, and thanks for contributing to what we have here on the channel. Let's do more of let's do more comments, and let's do more of Clarity Act. We're on a roll here. Debbie can withdraw. Nurple jumping in. Debbie can withdraw fiat. Digital money would need to be exchanged for fiat, right? Okay, so we're using a different. It's a different thing. No, studio is not on fire. That's a great question. We've got our. Oh, we're doing the meditation thing here this morning. Another great question by Marnie. Is your studio on fire? No. It's another great question, though. Thank you. Guys, what is the dilly willy with this whole Clarity Act? I got to find out today and see if things have changed. Senate Banking Committee waiting for this. Hey, Pupper. I didn't realize my doggy was right here. Yeah, we're about to blow this thing, yo. We're about to explode beyond explosion levels with cryptocurrency. I think we all know that. Guys, I'll find out about Clarity Act. I think you guys are all pretty damn cool for coming in this morning and joining me here on the program on the old crypto info. Let's go ahead and get over to the old cryptocurrency market cap and see what we have rolling here. We have Bitcoin at 113,000, picking up just a bit. Cryptocurrency market sitting at 3.9 trill, and fear and greed is at 40%, down into the fear end of things. Ethereum coming in at 4,199 for one Ethereum, and XRP is in at $2.86. Oh boy, oh boy. Now look at Bitcoin went down last night to about 111,000 and change, and like 400 something, 600 something, whatever it was, 800 something. But down to 11,000, we're still holding key support levels of about 110,000 or so. And I think, in my opinion, that we're about to probably see another jump with Bitcoin. That's my take. I don't know. What am I going to tell you? I don't know. We're holding key support levels, though. We're also short-term and long-term. We're also holding key support levels with Ethereum, and we're also holding key support levels with XRP as well, and the others. So, some people think we are done. Some people think we are out of the bull run. We are most certainly not. We are most certainly still in a bull run, and I suspect, will be in a bull run for a great long time. I feel we are in a monster super cycle for cryptocurrency. I feel that we are going to continue to hold our approximately kind of like $2.80 or so near-term support for XRP. We've got about a $2.50 medium-term support for XRP. That's being held, of course, about $2.50 to $2.70. And we've got a critical long support of $2.20 to $2.50 to hold with XRP, which we've been doing. And Bitcoin's held its, 80, some say it's about 80 to 100K key support levels for Bitcoin. Of course, we're holding those. Many say it's 110 to 115K. We've got the 100-day EMA, of course, also. Key support level for Ethereum at about 3,800 or so, okay? And then a long-term 200-day EMA, of course, at 3,300 or so for Ethereum, 3,371-ish or so. So, we got strong bearish signals, of course, if we break below these marks, but we haven't, and we are still in a bull run, and this is what happens in an extended bull run cycle. As we creep up, we go down, we creep up, we go down, and then we kind of hang around, and then everybody's like, what's going on? And we experience consolidation for a while, and then we experience and retracement, and it's fine. And then we experience Cambrian explosions, and what happens is we start seeing, blow off toppers, like double blow off top. People have been saying, but I've heard, no, look at, I'm not a financial advisor. You can't go, well, I'm just a smart guy, and I'm not afraid to say it. By smart, I mean I'm very in tune and I'm very aware. I'm not being egotistical. Most of you are the same way. Come on, most of the humans are intelligent enough when you get into 5 decades of life where you're like, you know what? Starting to see some patterns here in the way the humans act, including myself, and the way the situations and everything meshes and intertwines. And holy crap, I see that everything's actually synchronized. Everything's synchronistic. Interesting. There are no accidents. That's what we mean when we say that. Everything's operating exactly the way it's supposed to. Why did that happen? Like it happened exactly the way it was supposed to happen, because that's the way it happened. Everything is unfolding exactly the way it ought to and the way it should. Our controlling minds want to be changing it and blah, blah, blah. No, you can't go back in time and go change time. You can't go forward, though. But anyway, we'll talk about that in another episode. We'll talk about that in the Patreon. But anyway, truth be told, right? Come on. It happened because this is how it happened. Every moment is a chance to have it happen differently for you, me, and everybody else, right? So the cryptocurrency market is happening this way. And when the double tops come and people are saying, oh, we have had double tops. And come on. We haven't seen anything yet. And I'm not a financial advisor, and don't buy or sell anything is what I say or do. I can say I'm an intelligent individual, and I see patterns and I see things. I've been watching this whole money thing for about 6 years now and learning about it. And I'm telling you, as an intelligent individual, if you get eyes on it, you will see the truth of the patterns. We are about to see the adoption of blockchain technologies. Once I had somebody ask me in the comments, like we've never seen, okay, to finish that thought, or I'll go back to it, but I got to tell you this. I see somebody in the comments in this, well, how can you say that about VET? You would never ask me that question if you actually looked at VET for literally 15 minutes. I told the individual to look for at least 8 hours and research VET for at least 8 hours. I said, research VET for at least 8 hours and then answer all your own questions you just asked me. Okay, so when I studied martial arts, don't worry, it's about crypto. It's all relative. When I trained martial arts for so many years, my grandmaster would say to me in class, of course, you couldn't talk, and there's no asking questions. Don't ask questions. Stop. Do you want to? Are you here to learn? Do you have the answers? You don't. No, I'm not being mean. Don't ask the question. Please be silent. Because by the time I am through with what I'm trying to impart on you, that question and a gajillion more you was going to ask are all answered. When we're the student and the researcher, right? So that's the point here. Not being mean. It's not about a mean thing. It's about the truth of how things exist and operate in this world. So let's be effective and be good listeners and good researchers. Too many. You answer your own questions. Go do the work and answer your own questions. The individual said something like, how can you say VET is not even any action all this time and its all-time high was 27 cents. How can you say it's going to go past that? You would never ask that if you know about VET and if you've researched VeChain. So go research VeChain, people, and all the others, and know what we're holding, not financial advice. Know what blockchain technologies, very likely what projects based on a whole slew of criteria of metrics that we know, right? It's the obvious. What's their on-chain metric? What's their total value locked? What does their brick and mortar look like? Are they real? What's their board look like? What's their regulations and everything look like? What's their future roadmap? What's their history? Everything on it. Tokenomics, everything on a project, on the blockchain, to say, I love that one. That one, I don't know. I mean, please, I got $10,000. It's my hard-earned money, and when I see one that I've researched, and this is why we research really well, right? This is not financial advice. And a lot of folks aren't going to do this, because I had somebody comments that asked me, or mentioned, hey, are you saying no registered investment advisor? Are you saying no financial advisor? Is that the path? Guys, I can't say that. It's different for everybody. Some folks truly need that financial advisor. They do. They're not going to do what we're doing here, you guys. Okay, and that's fine. They don't need to. They could still win. XRP ETFs. You know what I mean? They can still get into crypto. They can still feed the cryptocurrency world and make all our stuff go up by just ancillarily playing, peripherally playing with a spot ETF by buying it at the kitchen table with their Schwabi guy or gal at the table. Yeah. Cool. Bring it all in, baby. Bring all that crypto money in. Come on, bring in the crypto money now. Now we're talking about when we start adding all of this money up coming into crypto. When I talk about, I got to get back to full screen and comments. Sorry. When I talk about this stuff and we start adding all this stuff up and we think about where all this stuff is going, you guys, it's like, I mean, this stuff's going to the freaking moon. Not financial advice. Stuff's going to the moon. And never buy anything because of what I say on the channel, especially not XRP, XLM, XDC, Algo, IOTA, Quant, HBAR, ADA, to mention the ISOs, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, a bunch of the memes, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, you got your Pepes, your Moon Dangs, and there's all types, right? You've got almost kind of like, well, not almost, you've got utility memers, and are they a meme if they have utility like SLP or Smooth Love Potion, which those get burned every time a new character is created on the Axie Infinity game, which is very popular. So yes, you can always, and I've had so many comments and people are like, you can create more SLP tokens out of nowhere. Yes, you can, and you can flood it. Yes, you can. It's true, tokenomics-wise, with SLP. So, I mean, it matters. It does matter. It means it's never going to, $50, $100 per SLP, right? But no, it says it can't go to under a buck or so, and to some ranges. You know what I mean? So, anyway, with cryptocurrencies, we are all here, I think, to make money with cryptocurrency. I cannot tell you exactly how to do that. I am not a financial advisor. You have to consult your RAA. If you watch what I do, you never know. You might learn something about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. Some of you know way more about crypto than I do, and blockchain, which is awesome, by the way. I love that. And some of you are learning, and this is great, and I love that you come in here, and I try to be that medium for you guys. I try to be not too above everybody's head. I try to be not too rudimentary either, so that I don't lose the intermediate folk and the more advanced folk, because we all know what in the heck is going on in the crypto space, who've been following for just a little while here, meaning 5-6 years. Some of you have been in since 2016. I mean, bless you. Some of you is as wealthy from cryptocurrency. Yeah, good for you guys. And some of us are about to keep pushing forward. Guys, I'm so sorry I'm not getting to my comments. Oh boy, let me get through them fast. I'm sorry, guys, so that I can hit everybody. I'm such a knucklebrain when it comes to the comments. I try. Guys, comments. Let's see. Because it's going to be old stuff, because I lost it. Are there some big news being released today? I'm going to check it out. And what's up, Sir Gassington? Welcome in. Welcome back, buddy. I love these people that come in. I love my Nelsons and my Turples and all these people, and Marnie and the dudes and the gals. You guys are awesome. Silent Giant, welcome for joining us in, and everybody else, welcome for joining us here into Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Tank. We got crypto news coming out today, according to comments today. According to my folks in the crypto comments section, I am going to say, and I'm not kissing butt, you guys are kind of second to none, because you guys have already brought up at least 3 to 5 different points since I've been on live consistently every Monday through Friday for the past, how long have we been doing this, guys? For about a month and a half-ish. You guys have brought up at least 3 to 5 major points that the tanker has missed. So thank you in the community for helping, and this is a collaborative effort. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to check out this news today and see what news we have in cryptocurrency. We have big news today, apparently. I will check it. I don't want to burst any bubbles either, because we may not have big news, but we may have news today. I will check. And we do have the Clarity Act waiting at the Senate Banking Committee, and we're waiting for this to go to the House. We're waiting for this to finish up. Hopefully that it will very shortly. You have caught Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank, and you have also caught Marnie, Nelson, Sir Gassington, Turple, Nurple. You've caught all of them as well. You've caught our whole community here. Welcome into the party. We are having a blast. I don't think I really prefer that I say welcome to Crypto Info blah 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 when I'm on the lives, like it's just me. It's all of us. We're having a frickin' party in here, people, please. Enjoy it. Have fun, guys. You do have to stop. The party is over. The party's over sometimes, guys, and it is for now. And you guys are pretty cool for joining us. I'm going to check this news on Clarity Act. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have an awesome day today. Tap that like and subscribe on the way out if you don't mind. It helps a lot. I hope you guys have the best day ever today. Keep a smile on. I didn't do a lot of smiling today, but believe me, I'm a really cheery guy. I'm super ultra focused during all these times. I know this is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, XDC building time, behind the scenes kind of thing, and momentum, and we're going to see all this stuff explode shortly. You guys have the best day ever. Enjoy it. Thanks for joining me. You're the best. I love you guys. Not in a weird, creepy way, but I love you. Have a great one. See ya.